welcome back to Minecraft. This time in beta 1.7.3. But yeah, achievements are now possible. Statistics are possible. Achievements are possible. That's how the old achievement menu looked like. Not very much. Bake a cake. The cake is a lie. Referenced portal. The lie. Bake bread. Time to farm. Benchmarking. Time to strike. Think we also put it in, maybe because it was a Portal fan, but also because Portal 2 came out in 2011 and it was, I guess, announced at that point already. And when pigs fly. Basically, put a saddle on a pig and fly down a cliff. That's all there is to it. One thing, stairs. You can't still do that, but one thing there's hopefully in there. No, there still isn't. I was wrong. The stair texture has just changed. That's the first thing that needs to be criticized, because why the hell would you like a version of the game that still has such stairs? And probably even that is not possible? No. Weird. And I need to remember to close my window the next time. Jesus Christ. But yeah. The house won't change. Of course not. It won't change. Believe me. One thing I noticed is that it is a bit off. I will change that when we can get the stairs back. I won't change it now. Maybe I will even keep it that way, but I just noticed it is off by one block. It doesn't matter, whatever. The triple chest is still there. As you can notice, my UI is smaller because you can now change the UI to auto. That was how it was before, to small. Definitely not normal. Some psychopaths. Large for me normally, but most people use it at auto, which is fine, but I use it at large. Advanced OpenGL is the same thing. It uses probably 2 FPS more. Yeah, it uses apparently resync. No, it doesn't. Now it's alright. I don't really notice any difference, but yeah. You still can't use any brightness settings, which is great. But in this version, we will do many different things. We will play a bit in this version. We will also, you can also see the armor system is still the same. There are many things still the same. Which is new is redstone. Many saplings have changed to bird saplings or spruce saplings, which is alright for people who explore the world a bit too much. It's getting nighttime, alright, then not. And now you can craft shears. Also, one thing you also need is to explore the world, because now you can't get seeds anymore from tilling the grass. No, you need to do it differently. And how do you do it, you may ask? Well, firstly, discover sugarcane, which is great. By the way, the world generation is changed again. Interesting. You can do that now. Still the same, I think. Yes, still the same. I was confused for a bit. But no. The world generation has changed a bit. Again. Not that strongly, just slightly tad bit, because this time it didn't convert the world, it just changed the world generation how it wanted to. 2 size tall cactus. So what? Look at how big that is. Jesus Christ. Basically, you need to explore. And there's one reason for that. I will show you that reason. I don't know if it's already in this biome, because I think it's the 1.3 generated biome, I think. There it is. As you can see, the reason why you can't tilt the grass anymore like this and get seeds out of it is, by the way, that's still a possibility. So watch out. No, but you need to now wake grass like it is today and get seeds out of it. Great, isn't it? I know. Really fucking great. But yeah. One thing we will do today, or not today, but in this version, is go to the Nether, which is also the reason why we need to farm diamonds and get diamond armor, which I will of course mostly skip, not completely, but I'll skip through it. But as you can also see, the grass spawn rate is a bit reduced. Probably also because it's just partially newly generated Tor. But yeah, it's interesting, to say the least. It's interesting. I will not explore too much because I don't want to generate too much of the world, because let's just say we also want to explore more on release 1.2, but I will still explore a bit. After that, I think after we went to the Nether and explored a bit, we will go probably in 1.2 to the Nether again and look for another fortress, which will not be in the vicinity of the spawn point, of course. Which will probably not be that much of a problem. But like I said, it will be interesting. And after that, we will go to the end. Maybe switch the version one last time up to 1.8.9, the version most of you still know, to defeat the Ender Dragon, and then go up to 1.12, but I will see about that. Maybe 1.7, because 1.7 is the version which I remember the most, more or less, because it's one of the versions I played the most and the version I really started playing at on the PC. Oh, by the way, it now isn't anymore like that. Now you may ask why. Well, let's just look at it that way. But you can craft 2 ladders now, which means it's a bit more refined, but it's still alright. Alright. What I will do now is probably just fill up the ground and then go down into the mine. Yeah, I will probably do that. I will fill up the ground with wood. And if I need to mine more wood, I will do that. And after that, I will go mining on a nice little mining trip down into the caves to get diamonds. Of course, we really need diamonds and need to go to the Nether. That's the end goal. Let's just say it like that. That's the end goal of this era or this generation or something. And yeah, I want to see if, wait a minute, if birch blocks or birchwood is now available. I think not still, right? Yeah, it's still wood, yes. And that's also one of the reasons why I don't understand how they like 1.7.3 beta. I will need to put that door out here again on the other side too. What I like about that always is that it... Jesus Christ. It looks like a construction site a bit. That's what I like. About the chests, we'll see about that. I think we leave them there just for fun because it's an alpha hut. Let's just say it like that. It's an alpha hut, an alpha house, and it will stay that way. Yes, it will stay that way till it can't stay that way anymore. I mean, we'll really begin with building once we are in 1.12, because I looked up and the mod I want to use is only available up to 1.16.5. And the problem with 1.16.5 is, yes, you guessed correctly, there are no space mods. Which means I will need to use 1.12.2. And thus, some things are not there, some things are there, but mostly nothing that much, sadly. I will now go to the mines, down to the mines. Yes, I will go down to the mines and look for diamonds. Even if I need to do a bit of street mining, we will look for diamonds, which, if you see in the alpha generation, it's a bit more rare diamonds than in the beta generation, and that's also one of the things which are a bit bad. Not bad, but things that are a bad decision of me to do right now. But whatever. I will just still do that. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Ui. Lucky. Or something, I guess. Yes, if you're fast, you can kill them rather easily, the creepers. Because, luckily for us, the combat is now great. With 13,000 clicks a second or something. Oh. There you are, something. Now the combat is a lot easier. You can spam click, you could say. Whee! Luckily I had armor on. It reminds me of the song. The new song. But yeah. I need food. Iron. Yeah, the spawn rates got also changed a bit to the better. But like I said, we explore currently still in Alpha Cave because we are in the Alpha chunks. Which will also change once we switch to the full release and use Vault Edit to change it a bit. If I can find the old version of Vault Edit again, because I cleaned my whole download folder, and I think I also cleaned or deleted the old version of Vault Edit with that too. I think so, at least. And the aim got bad. I just noticed. The aim got really bad. The skeletons. Whatever. But yeah. It doesn't matter. It's actually good for us. Which makes them a little bit less scary. I think, yes, right, there are numbers above the NPCs or mobs, NPCs. You could call them NPCs, no player characters, right? If you want to get technical. A squid spawned in an alpha, okay. Insects, nice. But no. You can see the numbers above mobs, and that you can practically see which mob it is and where the mobs are. If they are near you or not. Because if you hear a zombie, then look, he's down there beneath me. Yeah, then I don't need to worry because underneath me is no way that he can get there. And then you look, oh shit, he can get to me, and then you're dead. But if not, then you're lucky. But yeah, about that, you could say. Which is also a way to cheat your way, because you see, there is something. But I'm too far away for him to notice me, so I'm rather lucky and can just do this and this and do this. And just say, alright, now I can go on. And there's a wall between us. I don't need to worry, and you're fine. that's practically it. With the free system. Yeah. We need to go deeper and find diamonds. Actually, how do I do that? You could say. Actually, really interesting. Mine a bit more coal. Firstly. Boom. Boom. Nice. And go deeper. As deep as we can. That's as deep as we can go, I think. Yes. By the way, I have very much coal right now. In my hands. Which is good. Really good. I think I talked a bit too loud because my voice is a bit strained. That's alright. Because I have a naturally loud speaking voice. But it's actually not good. Because I start to strain my voice too much after a longer time of speaking. Like I do with Let's Plays or videos. It's not so great. But actually still good for training, especially if you want to become a teacher. Which is a bit hard in Germany, because you can't just say, hey, oh, I want to become a teacher or something. No, you need to go to university, study for 7 to 10 years, depends how good and fast you are. Let's just say 5 years is the minimum. Not 5 years, 6 years, sorry. 6 years is the minimum you need to study. But it can go up to 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Most teachers actually, when you're good, needed 7 years, but most of them needed 10 years, about 10 years. Which is the reason why there are not really many teachers in Germany. Because it's way too hard to become a teacher, and the pay you get for that is, I think, better as in America, but still not enough for the amount of effort you need to put in to become a teacher. And it's really hard, but I for myself am up for the challenge. And I will see how it goes. Of course, the hardest thing is to get into university. Not because of the money you need to pay, it's alright. Especially because you can get paid by the state. But the most interesting thing, well, not even interesting thing, hardest thing is if you have a subject that you need certain things for, because there is something called numerus clausus, which is Latin, more or less, well, I think it's Latin, which means you need a certain mark or a certain amount of points to get into that subject or to be able to study that subject, and your mark for the so-called Abitur, which is the A-level or high school diploma, needs to be a certain mark. And when you reach a certain mark, you can get in, but you still get points for that mark. And if your points are enough, then hey, you're lucky, you can get in. But if your points are not enough, then you can still be lucky to get in, but the chance is rather low, or lower, but it's still there. And at a certain point, the chance is so low that you can't get in, and if you don't even meet the mark requirement, then you can't get in. There's no way. If you meet the mark requirement, like I said, the chance is lower because there are multiple hundreds of applicants that want to get in. But like I said, it's a bit easier. The higher your points are, the easier it is to get in. But you need to at least have a certain mark, and I reached that threshold. The only thing that I'm missing are the points because your mark only gets you so much points. I mean, yes, the mark can give you up to 80 points out of 100, but let's just say or not even you as a whole need to have at least 1.7, a mark of 1.7, 1.6, which is equivalent to A minus, about A minus. And I have 2.4, which is equivalent to B minus, or B, more or less, B to B minus. And yeah, let's just say I get with my mark 24 points, and with 1.7 you get about 56 points, and with 1.0 as a mark you get 80 points. And to reach a mark of 1.0 you need to have at least 850 out of 900 points, about about that amount of points in your A-level or high school diploma, which you can get if you have in your normal grades that you can get if you, oh my god, I'm way too low, that you can get through normal means, which means grades that you, because in Germany it's like that you do grades, or lessons, which you will do tests in every few weeks that get graded, and these grades will be marked down, and in every subject you need to have at least 3 marks. And after each semester, half a year, you, by the way, redstone takes way too long to mine in this game, in this version, you will have a certain, how is it called, intermediate number, and which is amount to a lot of points. It's put together, yeah. It's basically put together, all the marks you have are put together, and you get 1 big mark out of every subject, and all these big marks are added together again, and then for half a year you can get, for example, I don't know, 50 points, 100 points, I don't know which it is exactly, I think 100 points, right, 100 points, and after 3 years or 3 semesters or something, you have 600 points, no, 200 points, because yes, it's 4 half years, 4 semesters, and these are basically 200 points per each, and you have then 600 points maximum. And then there's still exams, 3 you need to do written, and 2 you need to do what? I don't know how you call it in English. You need to speak, basically, and these are easier, mostly, not always, mostly easier than the written exams. But the written exams are also really hard, especially math, if you take math or something. Way too hard. And there you can get up to 300 points. And if you have, for example, all marks, only about 570 points in before the exams, and then in the exams you get 270 points, you still have about enough to get 1.0. No, not even, you can't get 1.0 anymore, but if you have 280 in the exams, you can get 1.0 still, and it's really hard to get 1.0, let's just say it like that. But if you have, you can get basically in everywhere, in every university, because they would probably take you 100%. And if you even have something to show them, which is almost impossible, but you, like for example, you worked in a certain environment, or you won an award at a certain youth organization, which is not possible during Corona, but it was possible before that, and we did it at one time. If you won an award there, you can basically show that to them, and then you get the last 20 points that you need. Then you are in that definitely 100%. But like I said, reaching 1.0 is almost impossible, but it's possible. One person in our class did it, reaching 1.0. So yeah, it's definitely possible, but really, really freaking hard. So yes, that's basically the advanced school system in a nutshell. And like I said, that's really the most uncomplicated explanation that I could think of in the words that I could find. But even then, I could probably explain it better if I knew how most of these things were called. But I'm not really fond of the American or English even school system, which is sad, but the truth. But whatever. But yeah. I don't know when we will find diamonds. It's a bit weird that we didn't find any yet. Huh. Then, like I said, our goal is to find diamonds. Nice. Our first diamonds that we found are here. Nice. 4 diamonds. That's really great. And as you can see, diamonds are rather rare back then. Today they are still rare, but not as rare as before. Let's just say they are still rare, but only if you do strip mining, because you are not using the open spaces where their chance is higher to see them. Not to find them, but just to see them. You can see them more easily if you are mining in open spaces. That's the only difference there is. Which was also a theory most people had, yeah, in open spaces there spawns more diamonds. No. The spawn rate is everywhere the same, you can just see them better in open spaces. That's the reason why you find more there. But even then, sometimes it's not the case. But like I said, they are not as rare as they are here in that version. But yeah, we found our first diamonds, and that is great. It's really great. I guess you could call that a win for this episode. And I would say that was it for today. I rambled a lot about school, which I gladly finished till now, at least, until I get to university in a few months, hopefully. But yeah, I will see you again next time, my guys, and goodbye.